is this just fantasy, or are we back with Hellboy, Wake the Devil? So we're going to do issue 2 today, using my library edition. And if you want to see how much bigger it is from a regular comic, well, here you go. This is issue 2 of Wake the Devil. I might use this to compare the art from this printing of it. But yeah, I'm very excited to cover this because we get to cover a comic panel that looms large, and if I could have a giant reproduction of it on my wall, I would, because it is just that beautiful to me. So let's just go ahead and get right back into it. I'm going to bring this back, though, just to compare cover. So last we saw, Hellboy, his jetpack exploded, and he broke through the ceiling of the vampire's castle with all the Nazis hanging out. And here we get like a reproduction of the cover here, and here's what the cover actually looked like. Love the great use of color here to separate things out. Just great use of color, period, on this. But yeah, just separating all the important elements of this issue. But yeah, what a great panel start here. Is we're in Romania. We get the smoldering castle, and we have Ilsa, the Nazi, ready to, or surprised to see a burning Hellboy. And just, yeah, what a great panel. What a great panel. What I love how his face just fades into the shadows there, and and yet I know where the rest of him is. That great right hand, the fading of the figures. It's exciting, and yeah, it's just what a great start. Yeah, and here's where we get to where, like, Mignola is like, I'm gonna have fun here, folks. And so he gets up, and then yeah, he sees that they're fucking Nazis, and he decides he's going to fucking, he just yells Nazi, and this guy gets so freaked out he jumps out of a window, which, good. Yeah, goodbye. Yeah. And then yeah, I love that this Nazi's got a big robotic arm with like chain, like a ball and chain gear action on there. And just we get this awesome little fight with Hellboy here. And yeah, minimal dialogue, lots of G's from Hellboy. That's a great common phrase for him. But yeah, here, yeah, he's getting his clock cleaned a little, but then once he gets, just a moment in, he's able to take it back to him in kind. And here he is wailing on this guy, smacking his face like through the floor. Like, what a amazing start to this issue. Just like goes for broke, and yeah, I'm all here for it. Just what an exciting start, and it just gets better from here, folks. It just gets better. And then we kind of go back to the standing stones where they were trying to summon the winning blow of World War II that ended up being Hellboy, and basically what's been going on since then with Rasputin and Ilsa and all of them, and they are a little too close, if you ask me. And yeah, he's more or less a Force ghost at this point, because Hellboy, or more accurately, Liz Sherman incinerated his body, so he's now just this sinister spectral force that is influencing others to push forward that doomsday clock. And Ilsa's all too happy to do it. And we're re-shown the Ogdru Jihad, the 7 imprisoned dragons of chaos. And again, I can't get enough of that image. Just these weird crystals in space, and yet it's like a iconic design. It's like I see that, I know exactly what it is. There's no mistaking it. I just love that. Also, the pit is described, the hole where it's imprisoned. It's like basically a black hole. And like I just love that kind of merging. It's a proper merging of like the supernatural and science and whatnot. But they're and then I also love these, the priests from the ancient days. Like it's just the lore of Hellboy is something that's also really inspiring and really exciting. And there's a more recent comic actually that I would love to talk about just because I love the artist behind it, and of course it's Hellboy related, but it's just, I don't know, it gave me goosebumps reading it. It was Miss Truesdale, or the Fall of Hyperborea, and man, can't recommend it enough, especially for Hellboy fans. Don't sleep on those adjoining books because they have amazing shit in them. But those dragons, fuck them. And then here we have the rest of him at the, after the crashing through the floor, and all that's he can find left of him is his arm. But where is he? What's going on? And he's somewhere in the bottom of that castle. But great drawing of this town. That's something that Mignola loves drawing, is like kind of antiquarian houses and Victorian homes and such. Just love these little character images, and these shining eyes. Just these great little incidentals. That is like the mood of Mignola and Hellboy. And then I love this panel transition. You got these birds here, and Hellboy's sneaking around in the catacombs of this castle, and he's shocked by something he sees. And I just love him pairing him with this knight relief. I think is great, because that's who he is in the story. Is he's this brave knight, this warrior who's come to to help people. What a knight in a story ought to do. How much blood was in this guy? And here we have this panel. This panel right here. This is the one. Look at that. Look at these tendrils of smoke, gripping these little orbs of light into these candles, down into this hand, and this skull-faced vampire in this big Count Orlok coat. And all that's left of this guy is his fucking leg. So, and he's got blood dripping from him, so he's been like basically eating this guy. And man, this vampire he's the best. He's my favorite. Love the little castle elements behind him, the isolation on the floor, this just to show like the bottom of his coat. But man, I can't get enough of him. And he's got the little hint of his ears. If I could get like a giant print of that, I would. And I just also love that he's just hello. It's just the best. And Hellboy's got to interact with this fucking guy. And Hellboy's like, I'm looking, kiss your ass goodbye, freak. And he's offering to, take him to the other vampire. But I just love this skeletal vampire. Such great articulation of the skulls. And I also love these portraits. It's all good. It's all great. Also love this panel too. This is great. I know things. You know, this guy. It's just it's yeah, I can't get enough of him. I'd read a whole comic based upon him. I feel like he's like a lost EC Comics horror host, you know? Yeah, and also Mignola loves himself a library. Boy, do I love seeing him draw these libraries. Great stuff. Yep, and we're showing, you know, we're getting some of the lore here, folks. The lamia and yeah, the crumb. Yeah, I love this crumbling paper. Oh man, I can't get enough of these pages. And again, I'm gonna just keep it moving. But yeah, I could stare at these pages over and over again and just never tire of how he's, you know, just simplifying the form. And it's just like that's such a great panel. I love it. And is it complicated? No. Also love, you know, when the edge of the balloon kind of goes outside the panel and it just fades out. Love that decision. That's a great choice. Also another great panel. Love that he's just mostly silhouette. A little bit of red here, and he gets a little bit of himself there. He's just carrying these candles that are just falling off. Just what a great expression there out of a skull. And yeah, we're getting that vampire and how he gets his power. And yeah, he's looking for Vladimir Girescu, the vampire. And this guy, he's got his knife ready. And he's going to stab Hellboy. Yeah. And Hellboy's just like, get out of here, old man. And burns him with his own candles. And like, man, breaks my heart to see it happen. But, you know, Hellboy had to do it. And, you know, he gets his final word in. And just, yeah, what another great panel of just this, you know, falling apart on fire, dust billowing out of his coat. Yeah, just this is good pulpy fun, man. If only they made, yeah, I don't know. If only there was just, you know, comics were this well rendered, this beautiful. Oh man, what fun. What a glorious industry we would have. And here we have him. We're moving right along, and he's trying to find that vampire and just get rid of him because he knows it's going to be trouble. But we have these gigantic birds to deal with. I also love that he just keeps having this knife in his back. Like, you know, you can't reach it, and he's just, you know, he's just going to keep it there. Also love, yeah, that holding line in there. Just completing that shape. And then I love, yeah, there's times where he doesn't do that and he just lets it fade to the black, and there's other times when he does. And I think this is a great choice because, you know, it makes sense with the knife sticking out there, and he wants to articulate that. So, yeah, of course, love these mounds of skulls. And also just, yeah, look at this great panel here. And even this great panel, I love this great panel here of like like just the edge of these stairs, this doorway, you know, and then the simple like, you know, red shape. And it's all we need to know, like in communication with the rest of these panels, what's happening. Just such an efficient storyteller, such a great storyteller, and again atmospheric with this, you know, these little inserts. And yeah, now Hellboy has to deal with fucking harpies, women of Thessaly. Yeah, these hard. Yeah. So yeah, what a way to end second issue. Exciting as hell. Yeah, and here we have our a print edition. And it's interesting how we have kind of like a fade to the blacks there, but it's also it kind of creates a nice muted feel to it. I actually really like the way that this looks. The library edition, of course, is gorgeous. But yeah, just interesting comparison. Like here, let's look at these colors in comparison. Don't we, huh? Look how much greener this is. Interesting. Yeah, and like that night's fairly faded. I mean, you know, it looks a little different in the camera, but like it's pretty faded. But then we get to this panel, and it still looks amazing. But yeah, so that is Wake the Devil issue 2. A triumph of gorgeous comic art, great atmospheric, very gothy, very fun, spooky. It's all the good things. And yeah, if you're not reading Hellboy, if you've never read Hellboy, please do. Definitely pick up your trade paperbacks of Hellboy. If you're super into it, I think the library edition is a nice investment. It looks gorgeous. But yeah, make sure you have room on your shelf and in your house for it, because they are big. But yes, I'm loving this. I'm loving going through this and just being able to gush over one of my artistic heroes. So yeah, we're gonna move on with issue 3 next time. But for now, let's just look at our friend one more time. Why do you say goodbye when I say hello?